Check, ready?
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about Les Sens de la Fête by directors and screenwriters Eric Toledano and Oliver Nakash. Why do you think they used initially your songs? Why did they come up with this?
Well, I can presume that they have been fans of my music and they've been listening to the music for a few years now, and I guess what they're saying is that they wrote a lot of the movie listening to those pieces, so they got intertwined into their making of the movie anyway. So by the time they got to me, they had an idea already of what music they wanted, you know. So it was that kind of thing.
How did you felt when they asked you about composing the score? This would be your first film score.
Yeah, I was very excited about it. I've been asked before to do that and never really had the time and the luck for everything to work. And in this case, they seem to be very serious and about what they do. And I also saw one of their movies and liked it, so it was for me a no-brainer, you know.
And how did you approach it? Did you ask some film composer friends what I should do?
Well, I went to a friend that has done music for movies already, technically, with his computer and stuff. What I needed is the connection between my composition and someone that has the technical ability to work with the frames and everything, and I found a guy that could be my helper, and that's how I did it. You know, I composed to the movie, but also had to help them edit the pieces that they took from the records, so they could be edited a little more gently and musically, and not so butcher-wise. Yes.
Could you influence them on the songs they already have chosen? So you would say, maybe this song isn't so great, just take this one?
No. They had a very strong idea of what they wanted. And to be honest, I learned a lot from what they did, because in this type of thing, they have much more experience than me, putting music into movie, not composing, but matching the right music to the right scene is not something that I have experience with like they do. So as they were suggesting things, it all made sense, or most of it really made sense to me, and I saw and I learned from them how to approach it in the future. And also I had to correct them and place the things a bit better sometimes.
Your score reminded me a bit like an Birdman, you know, from Antonio Sanchez. Was it kind of temp music, and they asked you to do some kind of similar thing?
Well, the similarities between me, Antonio and I played. He's on one of my records, and we come from New York. We grew up in New York with the musicians, so that's something that's between us anyway. But beyond that, they liked the drum stuff that he did on Birdman, and they suggested to do it, so I wanted to add some bass to it, so it's not totally like what he did, and that's how we did it. And that reminds very much, it's inspired by what Antonio did, and all the rest is the music with instruments, of course. But there's a few places that is very inspired by that movie, I guess.
Your concert tomorrow is very symphonic music, and why don't you use a brass?
It's like, what do you mean?
You have mostly strings, but you don't have a trumpet.
Of course I do.
Yeah, I have seen only a piece from Paris.
No.
The recording.
They're down there.
Okay. So you have every instrument.
In Paris as well. You saw probably something that didn't show the trumpets, but there's it's a symphonic orchestra. It's got everything.
Yeah, because that's what I was wondering.
No, they're all there. If you can go down.
Okay. And how about film scoring? Would you like to do it again?
Yeah, I now was approached by an Israeli-French movie maker, a younger girl. She's very, very talented, and she wants to do something very interesting, so I might do that.
And how about your tour? Do you change maybe some pieces according to the country you are in, maybe because of the people, that they have certain likes?
Not really, you know. I was just playing in Israel, and then I played now in Holland, and I sing in Hebrew, and I sing in Spanish, and I sing in English, and I play instrumental music, and it all works, you know. I guess it's like the wrapping or the arrangements that I choose, they all communicate in a way where it doesn't really matter. I mean, of course, for people that understand the words, it's even greater. But for me, as when I was growing up as a child, I noticed that the music that I loved so much, I didn't understand the words. So it's fine, you know. I guess I'm coming from that spectrum, and I try to give the strong experience of musicality, so then the words could be an additional thing, but you don't rely only on the words.
When I saw the piece from Paris, I was wondering also, why didn't you go more like in the Glenn Miller style, a big band sound?
Because I didn't want to. I have a project that I did in Sweden about 10 years ago with big band, and it's great. But it's different. Big band is different than orchestra. Orchestra with the strings, you get another vibe. You get emotions, different emotions that are so complementing for the music I write. The symphonic orchestra for me is the epitome of a musical vehicle.
Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.